is going on, guys, and welcome to another Dota Chronicles video. And today we're going to be breaking down Mid-Legion Commander. I think this hero is overall very slept on in the mid lane against the right matchups. Now, some matchups may feel like this hero could kind of just feed because it's a very snowball based hero, but I'm going to be showing you guys the right matchups to be picking this hero and how to get the most value out of Mid-Legion Commander and not throw away your duels and feed. First of all, if you guys ever see somebody picking an Ember Spirit or a Huskar, Zeus, Necro, or Invoker, I definitely recommend you guys to pick the Legion Commander. Now, against heroes like Huskar and Necrophos, the lane doesn't go very hot for you, but all you gotta do is rush Blade Mail and you can get free duels. Especially if you get your supports to rotate with you, you can get consistent free duels and make these heroes genuinely scared for their lives, because a snowballing Legion Commander is extremely hard to stop and takes a lot of coordination and a lot of rotations from the enemy team, which in lower MMR doesn't really happen as much. This game is an overall ancient game, so I could definitely get punished a lot harder for making misplays, and I did get punished in some situations of this game, but I was just so overfarmed and having so much fun that I didn't really care as long as I was getting the duel wins. I knew this game was in the bag, especially against an Ember Spirit. There's really nothing this hero can do. I am an Ember player, and if I see a Legion Commander, I'm practically shitting myself, because yes, you can get a Lincoln Sphere, but by the time you get a Lincoln Sphere, you are so deep into dying if the Legion is competent, because you just can't show around the map or you're gonna get blink dueled. And it's so quick for this hero to just dominate their matchups very easily. Now, you may be wondering why I said Necrophos. This hero kind of counters it. It does, because sure, Necro has the Shroud, but that's not that big of a deal for you, because you can kind of max overwhelming odds and definitely beat him in the lane if you play a little bit more passive and not play so aggressive. Rush the Blade Mail. Once you got your level 6, that Necro will die, and again, if he doesn't die the first time, get a support rotation. Necro is very squishy in the early levels. In the ultra late game, yeah, Necro is kind of unkillable, but then you switch targets into squishy supports. You will always have a dual target if you pick Legion into the right game. Again, this is not a hero that you play against a lot of relocation spells, a lot of big stuns and team fight, otherwise you have to get BKB, and you have to get a lot of items before you can reliably get duels. But if you're playing this against squishy heroes like Zeus, Invoker, and Ember Spirits, or any of the spirits, really, Legion counters all the spirits, you can put in a ton of work and essentially shut down their mid laner until they're getting these big timings with like Lincolns, BKBs, and items for them to live, Eon Discs. These items take an extremely amount of time because they don't want to build these items in the first place. Ember Spirit doesn't want to build these type of items. He wants to build damage, he wants to get a BKB eventually to be able to sustain the fights, he wants to get a mana item like Shiva's or Aghanim Scepter because he has a weak mana pool for the amount of things he wants to do, and you just kind of shut down the way the enemy team wants to play Dota. And you are obviously buying so much space and time for your carry as long as you're snowballing and you're playing the lane correctly. Even if you end up losing the game, once you get Blade Mail, you can just play with your supports and get duels off cooldown and play around your vision. Don't just be blanking into 4 heroes and going for a duel. It's not going to work. Be patient with your duels. If not, you're just going to be farming mid. It's really hard to push this hero out of the mid lane. You have a ton of sustain, you have lifesteal from your passive, you have duel to shut down practically anybody, and you have one of the best dispels in the game. And with Soul Ring, you can consistently pop this dispel over and over and over without thinking about your mana pool too much. The bottle build isn't recommended just because bottle isn't that great on Legion Commander. He uses too much mana for you to consistently get the runes. Now, if your supports are going to be helping you out and you're going to have full rune control, go for the bottle. But since this isn't very reliable, the lower MMR you go for your supports to be rotating and helping you secure runes, just go for the Soul Ring. It's great stats, awesome armor for a hero that does need some armor. It has some big armor issues because it's a strength hero, and overall the build is pretty much the same. You still go for the Soul Ring, you go for the Phase Boots, go for the Blade Mail, the Blink, the Desolator. Then you can kind of get a little fancy with it. You can go Aghanim Scepter, you can go Monkey King Bar, or BKB if you absolutely need the item. I don't tend to go BKB unless they're like a full-blown magic lineup and I kind of can't get any duels off because they have so many stuns. Definitely get the BKB. If not, you can play a very greedy build with a lot of sustain. You can get a Scotty as well. Scotty's very strong on this hero, especially if you're going for ranged heroes or regen based heroes like Necrophos or Huskar. It completely destroys their kit. This hero absolutely destroys Invoker. I'm a big Invoker player myself. I'm almost master tier on the hero. I have a ton of games on him, and when I see a snowballing Legion Commander mid, I am definitely scared because every time She is not showing on the map. I am fearing for my life because she can just blink and kill me. There's not much an Invoker can do against her if she gets the jump. Now, sure, if Legion Commander goes for a duel against a support and doesn't have BKB, the Invoker is going to put in a ton of work. Tornado, Deafening Blast, going to do a lot of things to you, and you won't be able to get these duels. But that's why you duel the mid laner the most. Zeus also can't get away from the Blink Blade Mail. There's really nothing he can do. He's a very squishy hero. And these are heroes that are pretty prevalent in the meta. Invoker's being picked a ton. Necrophos being picked a ton as well. Ember is in a really good spot, so he's being picked a lot. So I definitely recommend you guys to be picking this into the rat matchups. Don't be playing this into like mid Timbersaw or really tanky heroes that you can't reliably duel or shut down, so you can start snowballing, or heroes that will pressure you out of the lane. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about mid Legion Commander. I've been having a lot of fun spamming this hero, and it just gets a ton of wins. I already told you guys the tips on what you need to do and how you need to pick into this hero, and you will be getting some free MMR in your games. You don't need that much coordination from your teams. You just need to tell them to 4-man and tell your carry to just keep farming, and you're gonna make a ton of space. Yeah, you might give a duel here and there. You definitely try not to. Don't go for full HP targets if they are really strong. If you're not out leveling them by a lot, don't do it. Go for the squishy supports usually, and you're gonna be farming MMR with this hero left, right, and center. It's one of my favorite mid lane picks. It's a sleeper pick for sure. As nobody's playing this, the lower MMR you go, the easier it is to execute, so keep that in mind. If you're playing Herald, Guardian, Crusader, even Archon, it's very easy to get away with this hero. Now, if you're starting to play in High Ancient or Divine or Immortal, it's a lot easier to punish this hero, as they usually draft a lot of silences and stuns, which is pretty hard for you to deal with without BKB. Definitely let me know if you guys will be trying this build out, and let me know if you guys are interested in the video. A like would be much appreciated. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think about mid Legion Commander. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.